And good afternoon, Warp103 here, bringing you another video. This time here we are in a tier 6, and people ask me the same thing. Well, can you make a video on this tank here, and also how do you play as a low tier again?
I'm gonna have to rain down a godly firestorm on you.
And thank you for viewing this video. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the icon above, and then of course hitting the bell icon to get notifications when the next video drops. So here we go. All right, now basically I'm in position. Now I'm a tank destroyer, low tier. This is how you play low tier tank destroyers when you're bottom tier. Again, we covered it in a tier 8 to tier 10 in a heavy tank. We're going to cover it in the tier 6 to tier 8 in the tank destroyer. We'll also later on we're going to do, of course, mediums, and of course we'll do as well light tanks. So basically what you want to do is get in position like this and basically let your guns sing. Now in a TD like this, you're hoping and praying to God that your team will actually spot. Take note that most of my team is not in the middle to actually spot, so they gave them the middle of the map. And well, basically this is going to be hard as hell. Now you're probably showing me, well, asking, well, why show this tank here specifically? Because it's a tank destroyer that has a big meaty gun, but also, as you can see, is big as a house. You're going to be spotted from the moon. So again, you have to know how to play this in situations like this, because when you are bottom tier, your job is to smack people as hard as you can without getting spotted. Then there's a point of time where, well, you don't have any choice. You're spotted, you got to fight for your life. What do you do? Now you can see I'm literally bottom of the bottom tier. There's no one lower, and all I can do is sit in the back. Now we have mediums that are basically not scouting. You have a tier 8 that's basically sitting there like a lump, not scouting the middle. So this game is over. Now I'm going to be as influential as possible in this match, but again, I am bottom tier, so there's a limited amount of influence that I can actually make, even as a TD. Now, as a TD, you can have more influence, because usually you have a gun that usually has enough penetration that, you know, you can damage tier 8s fairly easily. Again, there are some tanks that actually have a, well, horrific pen that can be helped. But you basically want to stay away from the tanks to save your life. Now again, there's a lot of tanks that, well, I have high DPM and I'm a tank destroyer. That means nothing unless you have the penetration to actually back it up. If you do not have the penetration, you can have, uh-oh, here we go. Now look, I'm spotted. I'm big as a house. What can I do? All right. I can aim in, wait for someone to make a mistake, and boom! You put the hurt on them as best you can. Now, I'm at 2,200. Now again, I'm spotted. I'm running away like a coward. This is what you do. You're not supposed to be the guy that says, again, I've covered this. Well, I'm John Wayne. I can just go in. Oh. Don't do it. Your instinct might, or you've seen Unicroms and everything else that do it and everything else that. Until you get to Unicrom status, don't do it. Because all you're going to do is get smacked. Now look, he's going to come out, he's making a mistake. He's figuring he's going to get this guy here. And boom! Take my shot back down. Now again, I know there's artillery already on me. There's not much I can do about the artillery, but sit there and try to get in the best cover I can actually get. Again, this tank is as big as a house. This is not one of the smaller tank destroyers. So basically, again, if I can make a lot of damage in this tank here, you can do it in most of the tanks as long as you're playing smart. Read your mini map. Now, there's no place for me to go, but I can do something. I can spot for my team. So again, you notice that I'm using my mouse. I'm moving around back and forth, looking on this side, looking back, looking on this side, looking back. Again, I'm trying the best I can to, oh no, here we go. Again, wait for people to make a mistake. Now again, I'm got it locked in. I'm going around the corner and boom. Again, backing up again. No artillery is going to be on me. Oof. Not good. Got tracked. That's fine. Again, pick your spots. Pick your locations. Oh, here's the next guy. Now again, I'm dead. I know I'm dead. But again, I can still be useful. I can still spot for my team. Now this is close. This game should not be close at all. But again, I did everything I possibly could to make this better. Now, if there was no artillery on the other team, could we have won this game? Yes, because I would have been alive. I could have basically whacked the Scorpion G that's coming over here, even though I probably wouldn't have been able to kill him, but at least would have been able to hit him hard. But I did overall 2,000 in a low tier scenario. Again, know your role. Use the minimap. If you know you're going to be surrounded, get into a location where you can just say, okay, so you can minimize your actual exposure. I mean, I have a big rock right here. So the only thing that was basically hitting me is the artillery. And again, I waited till targets of opportunity came up and I popped them. So that's what you need to do. You want to make sure that you play the game smart. Use cover. If you have a tank, again, that's big as a house, that you don't have cover, you don't have a crew that's going to have always have 6 minutes, but let's say if you don't have camo. Again, I chose a tank that has really no camo, as big as a house. There are still areas you can get to minimize your exposure, and then you wait, you come around the corner and you smack them as hard as possible. Now, could this game have been winnable? Yes. Literally, our again, if I was able to stay alive and didn't get smacked by Artie, literally, I would have had an opportunity to spot the Scorpion. Spotting, even if you have to not take a shot, is what you want to do if you can. Of course, you want to take that big shot if you can and hurt them badly. But this is how you play when you are bottom tier in a TD. Now, again, this is not going to be for everybody. You can't do this all the time, but try your best to make sure that this is what you want to do when you're playing. Well, this is Warp103. Here's going to be the post game, and again, I'm going to give you some thoughts because this was live, a request from one of my subs. So you'll have my ending thoughts coming up from how I played it live. So, see you in a minute. You know, it's really a good tank. It's just that it's a big box. You're a big target. Artillery is going to pull on you every time if you have a lot of artillery in the game. That one artillery had a hard on for me, and basically he just ruined my thing. So let's look at it. Oh, top 3. Oh, no, sorry, top 3. I'm number 1. I said top 3. I'm number 1 in a tier.
Dad,
yes, love.
the food is in the microwave.
The food is in the microwave? What food is in the microwave?
You see this package? I put one of those in the microwave for you.
Okay, but I've already ate 2, baby. But okay, thank you for making me food. Thank you. Sorry, I got distracted by my daughter. She made me food. So, bottom tier, top tier damage. Yeah, ridiculous, right? 4 shots fired, 4 penetrations, 1,800 damage. So, yeah. And again, I'm using, and the reason why I chose this for, transverse speed. I wanted to make sure the turret swings like, even though it doesn't have much of a turret swing, but the transverse speed of both of these added together and make me able to whip around much easier and shoot. So this is one of, again, good ones that they made. Perfect for tanks like this. great result. We lost, but it wasn't for lack of trying. It wasn't for the gun basically misbehaving. And again, I chose the improved aiming in the first slot because I wanted to get this down to, again, make it an accurate tank. You hit stuff. So yeah, my loadout is actually a good thing for this tank and everything else. That it makes it that you can smack things and you can turn. Because the problem with this tank to me always was that how well it turned and everything else like that. But with the 10% of both the gun and the tracks, sweet.